felt bad for this kid right here. I said, yeah, no, that kind of sucks. Here at Busch Gardens USA here in Williamsburg, Virginia, to check out Spooktacular, which is the family-friendly time for the Halloween events here at this park. We haven't been here in a few years specifically for Howl-O-Scream and kids events, so it'll be really interesting to see what differences there are, because last time we went, it was still coming out of COVID. It was very different. So really fun, really excited to see just all the fun that they have with the kids and the different things that they do. What?
Just saying hi.
Oh. Look at all the little ghoulies. And wait, okay. Oh, they're all little ghoulies. Okay, that's fun. This one, okay, but look at the hands on this one. It's like he's going, I'm going to eat you.
I always like to do that to people who try to jump scare me.
What? Do what?
When they go like, boom, I go, sup.
Man, you're acting like you got some chops when it comes to the scary events.
Don't mess with me.
One of the things that's really fun about this park is the different animals you can see. So we're popping in to see if any of the Clydesdales are here. Oh yeah. Looks like Axel is here. Apparently that water didn't taste very good. He's like, what's going on? Hi, friend. Nom 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 nom. Angus? No, it's Axel. That's the name. This is Eddie. What's going on, Eddie?
I don't blame you. That's what I wish
What's
I was
going on,
right
baby?
now.
Ooh, who's this? Dakota. Look at Dakota's pretty braid. Very cool. Aren't they beautiful? They're so huge. Like, the haunches on that horse are almost as tall as me, and I'm 5'8". Good grief. I know, our kids, so we're here with some friends, and the girls are dressed up. Lucas is dressed up too, but they allow anyone 13 and under to dress up. I got distracted. they allow 13 and under to dress, but if you want to participate in the younger kiddo activities that are over here in the Sesame Street location, then you need to be 9 and under to participate and dress up for those. It's kind of confusing, but something we noticed online. We're laughing because like the girls just kept going, and we're like, well, obviously they know where they're going. They're coming over here to ride. This is yeah, Grover. I was like, whose ride is this? Grover's Alpine Express. This is why he's here.
Hi. I'm here to keep her warm. No other reason.
Literally, I'm cold.
Remain seated, keeping your hands and arms down and inside the train.
Hey,
your head back against
have
the
fun.
headrest. Please let go of your harness so it may be checked.
Have fun.
Over, see when it's over.
You have fun.
Lucas suggested that we go ahead and ride the attraction to show you what it's like. Is that what you said?
No, it's not what I said.
Nope, no. Oh, okay. But we're going to do that though. Is that okay? Yeah. He wanted to ride it. I thought I would come with you to show you what this attraction looks like. They're already back. Like 30 seconds. How was it? Was it good? What's up, Grover? How are you doing? How are you doing, friend? Hey, Lucas, are you excited? Yeah? That whole time I wasn't recording. Isn't that wonderful? We were saying we're meant excited. It's a cute little ride, but it's meant for little kids. So we'll show you what it's like. See if it's right for you and maybe your kiddos.
Have fun, Grover. See you when it's over.
here. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Lucas? Oh my gosh. Oh golly. Literally a 30-second ride. The Groover Express. How was it? Please tell me. What are your ratings for this attraction? Keep walking, because there's people behind us.
I mean, meh.
Meh. What does it roll, friend? What does it roll for you? A 10? 10. It meets like the expectations of a kiddie coaster.
Go backwards.
Up next, but not up for me. Yeah, no. I said I abstained, but thankfully, like, Lucas is gonna go, one of our friends is gonna go, and the girls are gonna go. But yeah, that's a note for me. Ooh, there's Lucas. Lucas is opting for the back. Oh.
I hate that ride.
She said, I hope you don't scream. It's going to be scary.
And I hate that ride.
You hate that ride? Have you even done this one before? Well, so how do you know if you hate it? You haven't even tried it.
Well, because it goes really up and really up.
It goes really up and really up. You mean it goes really high?
Yeah.
It does go very high. You're right. Lucas, are you ready? Yeah. I make some of the weirdest faces at the kids and they're just like, what is your deal? Whoa, there they go, Lorelai. Is that high? This is making me nauseated just trying to record it. This from the boy who didn't like hills. Well, they're having fun. That's all that matters. So we're walking over here and we're coming up over to like these like really like kiddie ones, right? So it's like these balloons and then there's these little like hang glider ones and he's like, ah, the balloons, I hate the balloons, I hate the balloons. And I'm like, okay, but they're good for like a...
She said they're good for a 4-year-old.
I said we have a
6-year-old.
Yes, I'm just saying they're still a good attraction for a little... It says little gliders, little balloons. It's for littles. Littles.
Yeah. I want my kid to actually ride the fun rides. Come on, let's move on. Let's grow up. Let's move
get
to
there.
the next thing.
She'll get there. Lucas is getting there. Actually, we were just talking about that because one of the first like coaster-ish things I took anyone on was Lucas on Invader. And at that point, he was like, oh, that hill. And he was like crying, not like all out crying, but he was like kind of tearing up and was upset. He was like, that scared me. And I'm like watching him on this like, what's that ship called? The Viking? Battering ram. He's on the battering ram and I'm sitting there going, that hill is about that high. That said, dude is like rock and roller coaster is my favorite thing. He's been on Invader now. I'm wondering if I can get him on Apollo's Chariot. He did go on Verbolten and he really liked it. He thought it was fun. And so like, and there's a decent kind of hill in that, but Apollo's Chariot, you're fine. Bless their heart because they think that you're recording something over there, but I'm recording me. But yeah, like Apollo's, I'm gonna move. I'll be right back.
They can move. It's okay.
No. I know people are trying to be nice and they're thinking I'm recording at my kids and talking around the camera, I guess. But it's distracting because I like to be polite and say stuff like, oh, it's okay, you're fine. Like, please go have a day and go do what you're doing. And people are like, oh, sorry. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't finish my sentence. So I thought I would come over here where I'm not worried about interfering with like anyone else's experiences and such. But yes. Apollo's Chariot is one that I'd like to take Lucas on. It's a very strong classic coaster. It's still ranked on the top 25 for best coasters in the world. And it's not like it has any crazy loops or backwards or anything like that. It's just a classic good coaster with hills and it's fun. It has some decent speed and so it's just kind of one of those like, this is a step up. It would be a step up for him if I could get him to go on it. So we'll have to see. He might say no, and that's fine, because the hill difference between that and things he's been on is kind of substantial. So we'll have to see what he does. But now the girls are riding this little balloon contraption, and yeah, we'll have to see where things go from here. The guys have returned. They're way back there. I'm curious to know what Lucas thought of Apollo's. All right, Lorelai, are you ready? Are you ready? You can put your hands up. Oh, brave girl. Brave girl. It's going faster! She's squishing me! That's really bouncy, actually. It's Luke's turn. Luke's racing ahead of me. We're actually going to go on Apollo's Charriot, which is one of my favorite coasters. I'm so glad that Lucas said yes. He loved it. I'm so proud of him and excited because it's really a step up. It has some decent height to this coaster, so I'm excited to ride it with him now. How was it? Fun? Did you like it? Was it as good the second time as it was the first?
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. I heard you rolled it at 20? The kids just headed out for another whirly-do attraction, so here we are. But it's nice to know there's a lot of these little things around for the kids to do, so that there is a lot for kids, there's a lot for families. I'm trying to get an idea of all the different things that are going to be here for Howl-O-Scream, so I want to see what this poster is. It looks kind of fun. Swamp Tours, a historic death water bayou. Yeah, I like the graphic. That's awesome. I'm really missing the Halloween activities, so it'll be really nice to come back here and experience that. Duke and I are going to be doing it as a date night thing. We're probably going to, I know we're going to try some of the snacks and some of the drinks, but we may or may not try some of the actual food. We're not a big fan of the food here. We find that it's overpriced and it's just, it's literally not good. Like, it's not even baseline park fare, it's like subpar. So when you're paying escalated pricing for something that really doesn't taste good, it's dry, it's hard, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, that's no one wants to pay that. No one wants to consume that. So we usually bring our lunch, and then I think we're gonna head back to the cars, which isn't very far. This is it's a good park. It's petite, so it's easy to get back to your car when you want to. So we usually just bring food in a cooler, go out there, eat, and then come back in. So that's our plan. Time to put the kids in the stocks.
Good, Lucas?
That's right, that's right, that's right. Right where you should be. And then what the Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah. Actually, I was going to say we make them stay here, and then we go get ice cream, and we go, yeah, you want the ice cream?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
No.
Oh, all right. I'm going to go. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'll see you later. We went out, we had some lunch in the car. We've come back in now, and I think we're gonna go hit the train, ride that for a little bit. It's kind of fun, leisurely. What else are we talking about doing with the kids?
Heading back towards Germany in order to do...
That's right, we're gonna pop into Das Festhaus.
Yep.
For Phantoms of the Festhaus. Otherwise, the only other show that's really available for the kids to consume is a game show, but we think they'd be bored.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're going to check that one out.
Code for we might be bored. I'm just kidding.
That is, it is code for that. There are some singers. There's some phantom singers over in Italy. We did talk about that, but again, we're just not sure that the kids want to watch that. They want active. They're young, so they want active stuff. So I'm not sure that we're going to do that. We are venturing into Ireland in search of beer. Then I think we're going to check out some of the animals and show the kids, and then continue on back into Germany in there as well. And then there's also some smaller kid-friendly rides back in Germany, so we'll be able to like give the kids a little bit more to do that's more active.
There's also that whole net area, climb area.
There's that whole climbing area that the kids might really, they might like the, yeah, I think it's something like that, Dragon's Keep or something. But I think that's a good idea because it'll give them a chance to run around and not be like kids go over here, kids go over there. So it'll give them some freedom. So all right, on to beer. What do you think, Lucas? Is it yours? I'd appreciate you not touching. Thank you. But that's pretty cool looking, huh? Look at this one up here. It looks almost like a ghoul that got pancaked.
Beer. Cheers.
Try it? Not bad.
That's hoppier than normal red.
Go figure. Why can't things just be a red anymore? Why does everything have to be like IPA a 5, if that makes sense?
It's a lot hoppier.
No, that's not, no. Do not label something as a red. Do not make something and you're claiming that's a red that is not. If it has a kind of like that pithy, grapefruity flavor, no, that's an IPA. We have a 10-year-old and a couple of 6-year-olds. Is Esri 6? Yeah. Esri 6. We have 2 6-year-olds and a 10-year-old. So, ooh, we just gotta do a chug. We just gotta do a chug. So we gotta drink these quickly. Challenging them. Cheers. But yeah, so we're gonna check out this maze. I'm kind of curious because it says it depicts certain scenes, and I'm wondering, I mean, I'm sure it's, you know, Halloween-y and such, but I'm wondering how strong the scenes are, how, like, really to what extent this looks like, to see if it really fits for a 6 or a 10-year-old, or if it's like, or 6-year-olds were fine, or if it was like, the 6-year-olds didn't really like it, the 10-year-old is fine. I just thought it would be some interesting information. So let's go check out this maze, but first, the beer. Editorial Stephanie popping in to this vlog in the future to say what's interesting is, like, I'm sitting here trying to edit this and I'm like, but we didn't go through a maze. Why did she keep saying, Stephanie, this wasn't a maze? Why am I still saying maze? The sign even says that it's a maze. It's not a maze at all. It's a daytime walkthrough with lights on of the haunted house Kilarney diner. So if any of you are like me and you're thinking to yourself, oh, it might depict some creepy scenes, but we're going through a maze. To me, a maze in the fall is like hay bale or corn. And you're going through a maze that has different pathways to which you may either find yourself at a dead end or progressing throughout the actual structure of the maze. This was neither. This was a daytime walkthrough of a haunted house that, just like haunted houses, have a pathway. There is none other than the designated pathway, and it's a decorated space for a haunted house. So very different experience. I wanted to make sure that if anyone else is kind of confused, like, oh, that's interesting, it doesn't look like a maze, it looks like a building. Just my personal take. But anyway, all right, fast forward, go back, go look through a Kilarney diner. We just don't touch anything. There might not even be characters in there.
That's true, because it's daytime. Well,
yeah.
They said check out the Kilarney diner during the day with the lights on.
Do you remember the haunted house in the forest?
Okay, cool. So this is actually a daytime walkthrough of Kilarney diner. It's all plasticky. No, she said no. Okay. Ew, look at a bug. This random foot. No. Look, it's not real, because see, it has a screw in it. See? See? It's okay. It's just plastic. It's not real. It's not real. I'm like, that's a plastic bag.
It's all fake.
But if you look at all of the bugs, Lorelai, they have screws in them. So you can see that it's not real, because it has a screw in it. See? It's all fake. Ooh, a body bag. This has like cotton in it. I can hug it like a squishy. Trying to desensitize a little bit. Ooh, watch that on the floor right there. There's a little bit of a lip.
Close your eyes.
This is kind of cool. It's kind of fun to go through it. So there's like a little strobe. My guess is there's characters during the day behind these tarps or canvas strips. But see, you can see all the screws. It's holding all the plastic in there.
That's a cool bug.
More cool than scary.
So from what I remember, there's this character here and this character there, but it has been a few years since I've done this house. So we'll have to see. I really don't want to hit you with these. So I'm like, I'm sorry if they're flying back. Okay, so like, but my question is, are the bugs eating the flesh? Ooh, it's a projection. Yeah, it's giant bugs.
You see the little red light? When you walk past it, it says, hey, there's somebody here.
It's a motion activated trigger, Lorelai. I know, you can almost like dance. It's like ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I know this was loaded with characters before, like behind the counter, sitting here eating. I don't know if I'll be able to record because I don't know if what their regulations are, so at least it gives you an idea of what it looks like. There's a spider. He doesn't use sunglasses. He's a retro spider. Retro babe spider.
That's actually terrifying. A rotary dial phone.
Eyeballs instead of gumballs.
Okay, and I remember there being one here as well. Okay, so I think from that one spot alone, that might be a spot where Littles would not be happy. As I think we're at the exit. Lucas, what did you think? Was that fun? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Hey, Lorelai, how was that?
A little bit scary and a little bit silly.
A little bit scary, a little bit silly. What did you say, buddy? I'm sorry?
I said for me it felt more cool than scary.
More cool than scary. Yes. You know what this means, right?
What?
Next year. Next year that kid's going on, bless you, some unmasking the horror behind the screams tours. Let the conditioning begin. So even though Lorelai was like, oh, it's only a little scary and a little bit silly, he carried her most of the way, and I think she closed her eyes through the first, what, half of it? Didn't she close her eyes for a lot of it too?
She wanted to, yeah.
So
I kept making her open them and look.
We were trying to show her, like, it's one thing to be afraid, and that's okay. We'll never say that you can't be afraid of something, but definitely, like, look at this and realize, come here. Look at this and realize that this isn't a real thing. Be scared when it's real, but show the kids that, like, you know, like you saw, like it's plastic. It has a screw through it. Obviously, it can't be alive if it's like this. So, teaching them what it is and showing them so that they understand the difference between reality and make believe is really important to us. So it's not wolves, it's birds. Ooh, owls? Yeah, it's an owl.
His wingspan is about 3 feet wide.
Simply stunning.
Are going to be more of a red coloration. They also are going to have more spots on their chest. He just joined us. This is Cupid, our American barn owl.
Very cool. Lorelai, what did you think?
Hey, he's awesome.
He's awesome, huh? So pretty, huh? Yeah. What did you say? You love his back? Yeah, why do you love his back?
Because the back looks so sparkly and gray.
The back looks sparkly and gray? That's cool. Very cool. It was pretty, huh? It's a very pretty owl.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you tell our friends?
Yay!
Yay! What is the owl roll? A 100. Okay. Do you have a reminder for our friends? Is there something they should do?
They should not be too close to it.
Oh, to the owl. Okay.
I'm
What you think?
gonna put my head on.
Oh, you're just gonna cuddle with me? Did you have a roll for the owl?
18.
18? I agree. Pretty beautiful owl. Totally love it. So I was asking Lorelai because normally she says it. Do you have a reminder for our friends who are watching? Do you remember what we usually have Lorelai say?
Oh. We would like you to like and subscribe.
There we go. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you chipping in.
in here to replace wolves that unfortunately
Now, sir, what is the next thing you want to do today?
For both.
So we want to make
For
sure
Bolton.
that
Okay. Do you mind if we go into the aviary first and check out some birds?
No.
grow and
Spectacular.
Catch it underneath. That is proper Halloween manners. You make sure you use them every time.
Trick or treat.
You got it underneath it. Underneath
Underneath it. Woo!
There you go. All right, come on, guys.
Thank you.
You're not getting
Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. There's another one.
I understand that the entry fee for this, the daytime ticket, is going to be less than something, say, like Not So Scary. Unfortunately, I'm kind of disappointed because we had to spend like
There you go.
I think $4 a bag for these, and they're putting one piece of candy in this little chute, and it's like, really? So how much are they actually going to get, and is it $4 worth? Like, and we have an annual pass, so we got a discount. That's kind of disappointing, like highly disappointing. Ooh, guys, you could do better. I'm gonna ask this individual, are there any other trails like this to use your bag on?
I think if you go in the Semsemestreet area, like behind where the fence is, they have like a hay maze in there. They had a booth in there, but I don't know if anybody's like staff there or not.
Okay, but that's it?
That would be it, yeah.
What? Oh yeah, highly do not recommend because it's like, there's 8 booths. We just counted, there's 8 booths. There's 9, okay, there's 9 booths, but you're getting one piece of candy and you had to spend at least $4, like $4, including tax, with that bag, even if you call it $3 on 9 pieces of candy. That is a rip, people. That is terrible. Lucas says no to Griffin. Okay.
Water kind of pumps.
So I'm not there yet.
Not there yet.
I don't know that it's running. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either. Interesting.
No, that's Griffin.
Oh, the white one is helping us.
The white one.
Yeah. He was like, is that helping us? Yes. Ooh. Scare zone. Stalker Street.
So what's interesting is this looks like they may only have one scare zone.
Right.
Again?
No, I think there was one on the other side.
Where? Maybe in that whole area? Was it a scare zone or marked as one? Guys, stay near us.
I'm gonna really have to look into this.
We have to look.
Yeah, because it's not. It's not as indicated. Lorelai. Am I making you run into Daddy? Yes.
Yeah, that still hasn't gone, so I'm betting.
What? Jeez. Yeah, I don't think it's running either. I like how he's just ignoring me. He's like, whatever. Whatever, woman. Can we go on a ride? You're used to it? Can we go on a ride? Maybe. Let's go figure it out. It seems like 2 out of like 8 coasters, roughly, are down.
The 3 over in Italy. You've got Verbolten the Dark Coaster in Germany. And we're not sure that those are even up. But you've got Loch Ness. You've got Alpengeist, which we know for sure is down, or at least appears to be down. And Griffin, which again appears to be down.
Yeah.
So that's 8. Am I missing a coaster?
I don't think so. Invader?
Invader.
But I haven't heard it either. We just walked by.
Yeah. It's almost like...
Ooh, Loch Ness. Have you heard Loch Ness once today?
No.
It might be...
Oh, Invader's
There
running.
goes Invader. Okay, so Invader's still going. We might have to check the app and actually see, because so much of this does not seem like it's up and...
If you're only running 75% of your coasters, then why do people talk?
And why are you charging over $200 for a quick queue?
Right. 209, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think that sign said it in style. That's. I mean, come on, guys. You're gonna spend $200 to ride 6 coasters.
You're gonna be done with everything in like 4 hours. Then what are you gonna do?
The bulk of the lines are probably at most 15 minutes, and you might hit 1 or 2 ride that's actually more than a half-hour line.
Hold on. I stopped because it's like dead Rapunzel. Okay, anyway, so I had to find him and figure out what he was saying because you were talking. Okay, anyway, you were saying.
Her hair is stretched across the top.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it is really stretched out. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I mean, we can't actually call her Rapunzel because of IP reasons, but... But can you? Because
I think you can.
It's based off of an actual legend, kind of fairy tale.
Yeah, it's not owned. It's not owned by the mouse.
I don't know.
Not owned by the mouse.
I'm sure the mouse would come after it. But
only if she started saying, "Well, last I see the light."
Right. I'm not gonna blow the house down. Apparently he did.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So what I was saying was, if you're really only looking at 2 or 3 coasters that have lines that are more than 30 minutes, then you're really only getting 3 rides where that $210 is coming into effect. Do you want to spend $70 on a ride? I don't. That seems ridiculous.
And this is where we kind of go, dang, it's a beautiful park. It's a great place to be. Lots of great coasters. And a lot of fun things for kids. But dang, guys. What is your horse's name? Rapunzel? Or is it Elsa? It's Elsa. Okay, so this is Elsa. Very nice to meet you. Yes. And who are you riding?
Sleeping Beauty.
This is Sleeping Beauty. And who am I riding? But Anna's right here. Anna, I'm riding Anna. We never ride the carousel at Disney, so is that fun? Yeah! Cheers.
Round 2.
What did you want this time?
This was their Oktoberfest.
Okay.
Everything was written on it like in chalk and had worn off, so it was really hard to tell what it was. But it was their Oktoberfest. And yours was the Mango Crush.
Yeah, it's a wheat beer.
It's a wheat beer with some mango flavor.
That's what mine is. Mine is 6 and she knows everything.
Cheers. Thank you for going on this quest for beer.
I mean, yeah, you were riding a horse, so I had to go do something.
Yes, I would. We have now come into Dragonland, which is a fun kids zone where they can all kind of run around and race around, have some fun, ditch the parents, and just enjoy the surroundings without feeling like they need to be all over everybody or they don't have to be controlled by the parents. They can just kind of go and run. And I appreciate those kinds of spaces when I'm coming with my kids. So yeah, let them run, let them climb. Besides, they had 4 pieces of candy of the 9 that they obtained. What are we gonna do? She's not sarcastic, I swear.
This park is legitimately beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. And anyone who says otherwise is absolutely crazy. And if you look on the records of awards that this park has won, it is consistently labeled as the most beautiful park. It's really lovely. All right, now the kiddos and the adults are all gonna enjoy some time on the bumper cars. I really love that there's like this bumper car junior option, as well as one that allows big kids and big kids at heart to play.
I know, go, 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 go. Turn, turn, turn. Go, turn. There you go, yay. Duke went with Lucas and one of our friends onto the adult side, like the big kid side for the bumper cars. Now I see him. Yeah. I love you. Lucas! Are you really excited? Oh no, 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 no! He's like chasing him around now. Whatever makes them happy. Honestly, it kind of stinks because 3 of like the major attractions are down. And then 2 of the best ones have a ridiculous wave. And I mean like the screaming. 2 of them have a pretty hefty wait. No, I take that back. 1 has a hefty wait. 3 of them are down, and that includes for Bolton, which is one of my favorites. So it hasn't been a bad day. It's just that it's like it's a bummer. It's a bummer when so much isn't working. It's a bummer when things are overpriced, and it just kind of like, you know. So have we had fun? Yeah, we've had fun. Has it been a lot of like, oh, well, boo? Yes, for sure.
Just look at how pretty it is. It's such a pretty, like, it's just lovely.
We're just kind of talking about all the different things that we keep talking about when it comes to Busch Gardens. So we are passing signs that talk about the varying beer prices, and it's anywhere from $14 to $20
For a pint of beer.
For a pint of beer. And
for
it's
20 ounces of beer. Like,
and
what the hell?
It's hefty when hefty when, don't get me wrong, the beer menu isn't terrible. I've been places with a worse beer menu.
Yes.
But it's not great.
No.
I would probably say that they're offering for beer maybe rolls like an 11 or 12.
I would give it probably closer to a 15.
Okay.
Because they probably have something like 30. Where's our others?
Yeah, they went right.
All right, pick up.
I think, well, we were talking about Seseme, but that's all early.
Remember, follow the silly tie-dye.
All right, that's what I was saying. Weird cut where suddenly I magically appear on the other side of it. So they probably have 30 to 40 different beer options, which at most parks you're not going to get, right? Most parks you might get 12 or even 15.
What?
But there's probably 30 to 40 here because there was easily 12 to 15, maybe even as much as 20 in Ireland. And then there were different beers in Germany that I saw. So you're probably looking at like 30, which is a pretty good selection.
That
of
is,
beers.
especially if you're at a park that isn't focused on foodie stuff like say Epcot is.
Right. Yep,
right.
exactly.
So, sure, we'll give them the
A
benefit.
little higher on the beer amounts, the quantity.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, we're just checking for kids. So yeah, the beer is good. Well, not even just the quantity, but the overall selection.
Yep.
So
they have something for everybody.
They do.
Pretty well.
We're a little bummed that their red had more of a hoppy flavor. It definitely tasted more IPA influenced, like heavily IPA influenced. But anyway, the point is that sure, there's all these great beer options for you to choose from, and
I know. Color changing cup.
oh no!
That cost a whole extra $2 for that drink, you know.
Come on, guys.
As soon as it went, I knew. I felt the momentum. It was gone. The cup is on that.
It's deep in the woods now.
Owned by the bush.
It's lost to the wood.
Back to being owned by Busch.
There you go. Back to
someone else $15.
gross. Oh, ew! I hope
Spritz it
not.
down, put the Ziploc bag and call it.
Good Lord, no. I hope not. So, so considering that the cost is $14 to $20 for the beer,
That's where it hurts.
it really hurts. And then when you combine that with the fact that the food is not great, like it's really, really not great.
It's rough.
And it's also priced high. And it makes me honestly wonder, like, what are you thinking? Like, what is your strategy here? Also, 3 of the rides have been down for today.
That's
and
like a third of your big rides.
yeah, it's a third of the attractions that are here are down for the day. And then, you have some that are closed, like Pompeii, because they're Hollow Scream events.
Plus, it's a water ride, and it is after, admittedly, it's a water ride in October. So they're reusing the space, which
is fine.
Fine. I give you
Not
credit
that
for
it's
doing
not
that.
80 degrees.
Yeah, it's an 80 degree
But
day.
you can't guarantee that kind of temperature. So we understand. Our point is that you have more limited attractions. You have attractions that are down. You have food that is just like, we were even saying that if the food even met like a 10, like a minimum, because again, we roll on a D20 and a 10 is like your base, it's like your baseline average. So if they had baseline average food that was overpriced, but the beer was awesome, then we would be like, whatever, screw it, we'll spend the money on the food because the beer is worth it. But it isn't. There isn't that balance.
The thing with this place is that you supposedly walk through, in addition to that, the thing with this place is you supposedly walk through different countries, similar in aspect to an Epcot, where each little section of the park is dedicated or designed to give a feeling of a specific country.
Yeah.
Germany or England or Ireland or Italy, right? But they don't even have the food right in every place. If you go to Germany, sure, the Das Festhaus has like bratwurst.
Train. Sorry guys, it's loud.
Yeah, it is loud. So they've got like bratwurst, things like that. But there's like in France, they have a section for poutine, which is Canadian, not French. We're putting it on French fries. Okay, but it's Canadian, not French.
French fries aren't even French.
New France, they've got barbecue, which you would expect in America a little bit more than anywhere else, more than anything. But it's the same, a lot of it's the same barbecue as what you find in the German location.
Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't make sense.
I was gonna pop back over here because it's so loud.
Yep.
But I mean, he's right. It doesn't make any sense, and it's not for like a ship. The thing is that if you want people to stay in the park, and you want them to spend money, you have to make it worth it.
Yep.
So make the beer worth it. Make the food worth it. And so, like, here's the thing: when I say that the food isn't good, it's not only that it doesn't taste good. I'm saying it doesn't meet a baseline requirement. Also, it's overpriced even compared to Florida-based parks.
Yep.
And it makes me go, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that?
It doesn't take much. All you got to do is get somebody that can make good, authentic food based on your region. Okay?
Even close. Make it a fusion so it's not perfect, right?
But make it taste good. Make it worth the value. You know you're going to spend more, so you can jump the prices on things. Sure. But if you make that food as flavorful as you can, somebody who comes here once is going to be disappointed when they leave in the food and the beer. Maybe in the food if they have low, like, beer scales, okay? Sure. But you're going to be disappointed in the food.
Yeah.
You want them to come back? Make the food better.
Make the food better.
You want them to come back all day? Make the food better.
For real.
Give the beer more options or make it better craft or whatever.
Yeah.
But
you
make
lost
those
$50
things
from us because the food is normally dried out, hard, or greasy. And you
100.
lost.
What's it cost for 4 people to go out to eat anymore? At a restaurant, it's $100. In a theme park, it's $150.
But even if we're spending $50 on the quick service that's here, we could have spent that twice. We could have got that for lunch and dinner.
Yep.
Or at minimum, gotten lunch and then like a snack.
Yep. Instead, we went back out to our car to eat to come back in.
Now, I will acknowledge there's a lot of people who do this with other theme parks, and we do as well. We bring snacks. We plan on having snacks and then having an early lunch and then an early dinner so that we're really only having 2 meals that we're paying for in parks.
Yep.
Sometimes we make it to where we're only really paying for one, but that's because personally we want to spend less to go more often.
Right.
But like, that's the thing is it's like we couldn't even buy lunch here. We had to walk out to the car because it's just so bad. Okay, on a happy note, Sesame Street characters are out. Let's change the subject. And they're all dressed up. Oh my goodness.
Song. Little miss, count along. Come on and count with us, you can't go wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count them again. Let's count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's see if I can do it. Woo! Hey, Lucas. Have you ever done hopscotch?
We had it in school.
You have one at school? Oh, that's cool. They have hopscotch. Yeah, look at her go.
Worth every month.
Oh, there are totally characters here. Okay, sorry, we were talking about it. So let's move into some pros, okay? Because I know that we've been dogging a lot as far as like costs and what we feel like they're doing wrong and all those things. So let's talk about the good things. They have some really great characters here. So you have Sesame Street characters here that you can not only see in shows, but you can do meet and greets with them. And during Christmas Town, which this year they're celebrating their 15th anniversary, which is very fun, they have like the old school, they have the old school, oh my gosh, what are they even called? The old like stop motion. I don't even remember who made those, but it's like the old school Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, the
and all, the stop motion claymation. Like, you know what I'm talking about? With like they had a
they
had
made
a story.
Clay, and every moment was a separate section.
Yeah.
Well, but
some of them were fuzzy. So anyway, my point is like, you know, we're talking about the old school Rudolph. Yes, Meister Burger. But anyway, a lot of those characters are here because Aaron and I came a few years back for Christmas Town, and we got to meet Rudolph and we got to meet the Abominable Snowman, and it was so cute. So they do have some really fun things here. They do have some good things here. And I mean, the coasters are good. They have some fun things for kids. It's just the fact that they need to look around and go, golly, like, there's stuff that's like really ground into this, I mean, I know it's the ground, but it's like, why isn't it cleaned up? And why do things feel dingy and a little bit kind of, like, it's just, I feel like, in short, I feel like this park has so much potential. It's always receiving awards for being the most beautiful park because there's so much foliage here and there's so much shade. Shade is huge. We want that shade break. But it's like, why can't someone just look at this and go, sweetheart, I see the potential that you have, and I want to figure out how to give that to you. And that's not what's happening. Go through, power wash it, do some touch-up paint, clean it up, give a crap about the food, and reassess your pricing, especially given the attendance and the slowing attendance is happening, and do something to nurture the park. Take care of it, give it some love instead of being what it is. It's great to come to. It's not that we don't come. Obviously, we're annual pass holders, so it's worth that. I just wish someone loved it more. I wish someone loved these parks more.
Beer and ice cream for dinner?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that Luke? What do you think? I couldn't. He took off, so I didn't see him.
Hey, where's Lorelai's back?
Lorelai.
I have one.
Oh, you have hers. Yes. Okay. This one. That one. Yes.
Yes, you have the quest.
Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. We can take it. That's fine. It was just one of those like, where did it go? Guys, hold on. Watch out. I don't want you to run into her.
Do you want to go do a hay maze? No.
This is the first time I've seen this. I'm glad. I'm glad. I don't know that I've seen another one. There probably is, but I'm glad that there's a space like this. That is so nice. They're like way down there. They took off and they just went for it. Was that fun? Hey, was that fun?
Yes.
Come on.
All right, you guys got to look for the stuff on the sheets. So there is a treat stand back there. He was right. I do see it. But yeah, no one's here. They're pretty simple little maze, but it's cute. What I like is that over here there's a little dance party. That's fun. He's trying to... That's it. I don't know if I can do much better. Let's see how good they do. Try again. Do you know how to do it? No.
There you go, right there.
We're gonna count with Elmo. Come on, everybody, count with Elmo. I don't want to get super close and like creep people out, but they do have some really cool crafts going on here, so that's kind of cool. They have that for the kids. The hula hoops, they have like building blocks. So there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of like fun things for kids to do in this little zone back here, and like that's really surprising. That's nice. Ooh, I just stepped on a block. It's like the bedroom. They might be. Oh my gosh, Skeleton, Elmo, and I can't tell if it's Cookie Monster or Grover, but they're wearing their little skeleton costumes. I think they're going to do the dance party. Yes, they are.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Where's Lorelai?
That you're supposed to stop counting at 5.
Oh, you just have to tell me 1 time. No, 2. Oh, make it 3 times. Perhaps 4. Possibly 5, 6.
Let me see you push it. Push it real good. Push it real good. Push it real good. Push it real good. Push it.
I think they need a bigger venue. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I hope that some of this information helps you better understand what it's like to come to Busch Gardens and allows you to plan a little bit better, helps you see what it feels like, and just understand from a perspective of people who go to theme parks pretty regularly, whether it's this one or down in Florida. I honestly, it's not that today sucked. I know that we had a lot of negative points to say. I love the park. It's a gorgeous park. I just wish they'd give it some love.
Most of the negatives seem to be around the value that you get for your cost.
Yeah.
You know, the food, no. Pack food, put it out in the car, eat food. Yeah. The food's terrible.
For real.
Busch Gardens, figure this out, because this is bad. SeaWorld, figure this out. It's bad. But other than that, it would be better if it was kept up. If it was fully staffed, if there was all the rides riding. There's just so many things that were small that add up. It's a great park, like you said.
Yeah, great.
It's really pretty. There's a lot of shade, which is unusual for a theme park. Worth going, but yeah.
Anyway, it was a good day, it was, and we did have a fun time, and we will be back in 2 weeks for Hallowscream, and we're actually doing back-to-back. We're bringing Aaron. Aaron's only been to one Halloween event ever, and it was Hallowscream in 2021. So we're going to come back for Hallowscream and bring Aaron, and then we're going to come back and do a date night of Hallowscream. And I think we're going to come down early and try a few things during the day, because there are some extra things that we want to make sure that we experience before Hallowscream starts, because we want to be able to see all the houses. But looking forward to it for sure, and yeah, can't wait to bring you guys along. So
like and subscribe, the usual stuff. Otherwise, thanks for coming along.
Cheers.